Hey y'all, Dennis here, Muddy Water Search and Recovery. And this is our case layout video number 2. As I said, we had multiple cases come in the last several days. So we'll do the basic case layouts on here. Then we will do the solo videos on these cases where we have a lot more information we will be putting out on those. So let's go ahead and get started here. The first case on this video is Christopher St. Joseph. Christopher was 29 years old when he went missing. He's missing from Huntsville, Alabama since February 10th of 2021. He is 5'8" to 5'9", 165 to 185 pounds. He is balding with brown hair, brown eyes, and he does have a beard. He wears glasses. He typically goes by Chris. He left his home after midnight, left his keys and his wallet at home. By the looks of his apartment, he had every intention to return. His computer was on, nothing was packed or taken, and he did not take his medications with him. He could have driven to New Orleans in his 2005 gray Toyota Camry with Alabama license plate 46VA485. He could also be within about a 6-hour drive from Huntsville, also might have hitched to Ohio. His phone has been off and his bank account hasn't been touched since he was last heard from. His family is concerned for his health because of a medical condition that requires medication. And again, he did not take his medication with him. That is always a huge level of concern. We will continue to look into this and provide you updates. Let's do everything we can to help bring Christopher home. The next case on this video is Michelle Henri. She has been missing since June 11th. She's been missing since January 24th of 2004 from Waynesville, Missouri. She was 44 years old when she went missing. She's 5'6" to 5'9", 145 to 160 pounds. She's wearing a watch with a black band and a silver hoop in her navel with a frog and flower attached. She has brown hair and green eyes. She does have multiple scars. She suffers from depression and has a history of self-harm by cutting. She's been hospitalized for her mental illnesses in the past. She was taking her medication and her condition was improving by the time of her disappearance. However, she also left her medication behind. She was last seen at her home by her ex-husband January 24th of 2004, and this is in the vicinity of the 26,000 block of Highway 17 in Waynesville, Missouri. She frequented the Columbia and Jefferson City areas prior to her disappearance. Her ex-husband was initially unconcerned about her disappearance because he thought she might be in the hospital getting treatment for her depression. A few days before she was last seen, Michelle told her sister she was going to visit a friend in Kansas City, Missouri. She said her car wasn't working, but she planned to get a ride. She never made it to Kansas City. She left her purse and medication behind at home, and she has not been heard from again. She left behind 2 young children. She was a devoted parent and was really close to other family members. It's uncharacteristic of her to leave without letting the family know. Again, a lot of concerning details in this case, and we will continue to dig into those. Waynesville, Missouri isn't real far from where I'm from, and I'm going to be in the area later this year, and we'll be working to figure out locations of interest to see if we need to go down and do some searches on this case while we're down there. But we're definitely going to keep digging into it, and we'll provide you guys updates as we get those. Number 3, we have Caitlin Denison. She was 19 years old when she went missing. She's been missing since January 10th of 2018 from Midland, Texas. She's 5'5", 120 pounds, blonde hair, and blue eyes. Her nose is pierced on both sides, multiple ear piercings, a lip piercing, and tongue pierced. She does have scars on her arms and legs and several tattoos. Her hair was bleached light blonde prior to her disappearance. She was wearing a fur vest, black shirt, black leggings, and fuzzy boots at the time that she went missing. Caitlin lived in Reno, Nevada at the time of her disappearance. In 2017, she met an unidentified man from Midland, Texas, and Reno. 6 months later, on January 9th of 2018, she flew with the man to Midland, Texas. Before she left, she did not tell her family any details about the man, not his name, not what she looks like. She would later tell her sister, "This guy makes me scared for my life." She last contacted her family on January 10th of 2018, the day after she arrived in Texas. She spoke to a relative on the phone from a Walmart in Midland, Texas, and she has not been heard from since. The man she was with has been identified and is no longer in the Midland area. He was questioned by police in her disappearance case, but authorities haven't said if he was a suspect. So, I mean, again, very, very concerning. A lot of details in this concerning. We will continue to dig in. We'll provide updates with you while we're looking for areas of interest that may need to be searched. Next, we have Kyle Tidwell. Make sure I've got the right image up. Okay. And I apologize about the image on this. We haven't found a good image to really bring up yet. As soon as we get one, we'll update that. But Kyle is missing out of Houston, Texas. He was 36 years old when he went missing, 5'10", 150 pounds, shoulder length brown hair and brown eyes. He was last seen December 14th of 2022. He may be driving his Nissan Murano. It's a 2017 burnt orange in color. Again, we have not been able to find initially very much information in Kyle's case, but we are going to continue digging into it and getting as much information as we can, updating you guys with that, and again, trying to locate areas that need to be searched for Kyle. Next, we have Teresa Butler. Teresa is missing from Risco, Missouri. She was 35 years old when she went missing, 5'7", 110 pounds, black hair, and brown eyes. Her right ear is pierced twice. Her left ear is pierced 3 times. She does have a scar from a C-section on her abdomen, and she does have noticeable dimples. She was last seen at her residence on County Road 241, also known as 8 Ditch Road, just off of Highway 62 near Risco, Missouri. She was last heard through a phone call to a relative the previous day. She's been missing since January 25th of 2006, around 10 p.m. She does not have a history of instability or of leaving without warning, and it is very uncharacteristic of her to leave her children unattended. She may be driving her forest green Jeep. Her husband worked the night shift. He tried to call her on lunch break. When she did not answer and went to voicemail, he assumed that she was asleep. He came home at 10 a.m. to find that his wife was missing and their two sons, ages 2 and 4, were home alone. The family's video camera, PlayStation with games, Nintendo GameCube with games, a large Maglite flashlight, a digital camera, and a car stereo were missing, along with Teresa, her purse, and her cell phone. Her wedding rings, her black leather jacket, and her Jeep were all left behind, so she was not in her Jeep. She normally took the wedding rings off before bed. They were found under the couch. So the wedding rings being left at home or being found there, her not having them on, that's not real suspicious, and she takes them off to go to sleep. There was no signs of a struggle. A key was found broke off in the back doorknob, and the light bulb on the front porch was unscrewed. Cell phone records show a call from her cell phone at 3:16 a.m. January 25th to a residence in Gideon, Missouri. The man who lived there did not answer and said he does not know Teresa or her family. After her disappearance, a call from her phone went to a Clarkton, Missouri residence. The two elder ladies who lived there stated they answered the phone, but they heard nothing on the other end. They did not know Teresa or her family. Co-workers say Teresa received upsetting phone calls from her husband's ex-wife. She told her father that she had threatened her. Her husband has been ruled out as a suspect by law enforcement. This is another case we have already recovered a lot of information on, and we'll be doing a solo video on very soon and getting that out to you guys so we could all be doing what we can to help bring her home. The next case is Savannah Hale. Savannah is missing from Shreveport, Louisiana. 22 years old at the time she went missing, 5'8", 160 pounds. Her hair is silver and her eye color is blue. She was last known to be wearing black leggings, a black hoodie, and black tennis shoes. She was last seen May 4th of 2022. She may also be driving a Kia Forte. It's a 2012 and it is gray in color. This case, we have not found a lot of information on at the moment, but we will continue digging into it and providing updates with you as we get those, and we'll continue doing what we can to help bring her home. The last case on this video is Tabitha Brewer, missing from Shawnee, Kansas, since April 27th of 1998. She was 16 years old when she went missing, 5'7", 115 pounds. She has brown hair and brown eyes. She was last known to be wearing earrings, a bracelet, a necklace, and a silver ring with a purple stone. She has scars on her knee, her left hand, and under her right eye, and TD tattooed on her ankle. She was last seen at a Circle K convenience store near 75th Street and I-35, also leaving her parents' house. She's been missing again since April 27th of 1998 and was last seen around midnight. Medical history: her skull and left wrist were previously fractured in a car wreck, and she also has a wire inserted into her jaw from a prior injury. And we will We did find a little bit more information on this case that we will be updating in a solo video. But guys, here's 7 more cases that's recently come out to us. Some of these family may have contacted us. Some of you contacted us, or somebody contacted us off of social media and asked us to look into these cases. Even though we do have more information on a lot of these, we felt it important to get this information out to you guys as soon as possible. Keep these cases in the public eye so we could all be doing what we can to help bring them home. We do have, excuse me, we do have one more case layout video that will be released later tonight. And it's got 7 or 8 other cases on it. And then over the next week or two, you will start seeing more of the solo videos on these individual cases, as well as updates we have on some of the other cases we have been working on. Not to mention, there will be some search effort videos coming out in the very near future as well. So guys, let's continue to do everything we can with these missing persons cases, help bring these missing people home. Until next time, you guys stay safe, and we'll catch you down the road.